Good morning. My name is Stephanie and I work here at Be So Creative in beautiful Las Cruces, New Mexico. And we want to welcome you to Wednesday's workshop. Today could be kind of a yo-yo kind of a day. And what do I mean by yo-yo kind of a day? We're going to play with some yo-yos. During this holiday season, we want to decorate our house and make it fun and look for different things to do with our scrap fabrics because, we're getting ready for those year-end fabric sales, so we got to get rid of our stash somehow. I have a little project that I found, and it was a free pattern, and we put together a kit, and the pattern will be included, and the credit will be given to the person that we got it from. And I just wanted to say that this was fun and it can be done by you. It can be done with you and your grandkids. It's just a fun little project. And we used 4 little yo-yos to make it. We used the extra small, which is blue. We used the small, which is green. We used the large, which is orange. And we used the extra large, which is yellow. What we did with these little yo-yos was to make some Christmas trees. We added some bows and we added a bell so that it would be nice and tinkling. And if your cat gets in the tree, you'll know that he's there. So how did we make these cute little yo-yo trees? I wanted to show you also my boss made a yo-yo tree and hers wasn't necessarily out of Christmas fabric. So it doesn't necessarily have to have that. The supplies that you need, and we're switching cameras so that you can see everything that I have out here. I had a scrap piece of fabric of Christmas plaid, and I love it because it had some metallic gold on it. I have my 4 yo-yos. I have my bell. I have 2 pieces of ribbon. One is smaller than the other because the small one is going to be our hanging ribbon, and the larger one is our bow ribbon. And of course, scissors. And I just want to say, as a little tip, you can use your leftover bobbins as sewing thread as well. So I just pulled one of my long arm bobbins and I've used that thread for this project. So to use the yo-yos, and they come complete with their instructions. To use a yo-yo, if you notice, it'll pop out and it has these little teeth, and then it's almost like these little smiley faces that are inside. You have to hook up a tooth to where there is a hole between the smiley face and the little tooth. So I don't know if you, hopefully you can see that the scissors are through that hole, because what happens is that's where you're going to bring your needle up and down. I cut a little piece of fabric, it wasn't too pretty, just bigger than my yo-yo. I set it in. I line up the teeth of my yo-yo, and I have a little bit of overhang because you're going to need that. And if you don't have these teeth lined up, it's really hard to snap it down. I don't have to have this much fabric hanging over, so I can trim it down, but you do want to have some because that's what you're going to be sewing on. So we would go ahead and just trim that around. Okay, so I have one that is ready to go that I've started working on. So you are just going to be going down and up through these little smiley faces all the way around. So once you go around, and I left a little tail hanging because I want to be able to pull that. So I go down and it comes out on one side of the smiley face, and then I go back up, and I really want to make sure I catch this fabric right here. Once I get to the end, I'm going to pop it out, and then I'm going to take my material off of the yo-yo. And then with the 2 ends, I am just going to pull them together, and then I will tie the end off and I will make that yo-yo. So when we make the yo-yos for this little Christmas tree, on the blue one, we want to make 2 small ones, and then on our small one, we're going to make 3, which is our green color, that's over here. Then we want to make 3 of our orange ones, which is here, and then we want to make 2 of our large ones, which is here. So I've made these yo-yos and I am ready to put my Christmas tree together. So you are going to get your needle and thread. The first thing you want to do is to put the thread through the bell. And there we go. And then let me thread my needle. Hopefully Marco won't be impatient with me and put me on pause. No judging on the threading skills here. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and leave it like this. I'm going to try threading both sides. That works for me. If you pull too tight, your thread is going to break. The thread that I decided to use, I didn't want to use just cotton. So I pulled one of my long arm threads, and it is polyester. And let me struggle while I'm on camera. Sorry. Let me get my nifty needle threader. Always be prepared, right? And then something goes a little kooky when you're on camera. I need another hand. All right, finally. Goodness. Sorry, Marco. All right, so then we're going to build our Christmas tree from the bottom up. We're going from largest to smallest. So we have our bell hanging, and we're just going to put our needle through the bottom of each of the yo-yos. Try and get it in the middle. And we are just, see how fast it's going? All that time took longer to thread a needle than it did to make a Christmas tree. Don't throw them on the floor. Okay, let me get them. All right. And I'm not really concerned about tightening them up right now because I just want to get them all on there. All right, so I've got all my yo-yos together. So it's coming out to be a cute little tree. Then on your smaller ribbon, we are going to fold it in half. And then you are going to run your needle up through the middle of that ribbon. Okay. And that is going to be your hanger. So now what you want to do is to go back through the ribbon and go through two of your yo-yos because now we're going to tighten it up. I'll probably have a loppy tree. So we want to tighten it up. And you want to tie it off however you feel like you want to. So I'm just going to do a knot right there. Probably more than one knot, looks like. All right. And then I am going to clip my thread, and I have come down under a couple of my yo-yos. So I want to do a knot in my hanger. And then I want to put a pretty bow. So I'm just going to take my ribbon. A friend of mine is a florist. I'm glad he's not watching because he would probably say, Stephanie, I taught you how to make bows and you're not doing it right. So we're just going to make a bow. Okay, and if you like it, then you can take and clip your ribbon however long you want it. And then your tree is ready to go. So the fun thing about these little trees is that you can hang them all over your own Christmas tree. You can give them as gifts, and you can also put them on the outside of a gift. So they're awful cute. They're pretty easy to make. And to help you with that, we have packaged up all four of these yo-yos and including the pattern, and the cost is $28.99. So if you're interested, this will be on our website for purchase. You can call the shop, and I really want to thank you for coming and spending time with us on this video presentation of our Wednesday workshop. So I'm looking forward to my holiday season, and I hope you are looking forward to yours as well. So blessings to everybody, and thank you.